click on whichever team that I'm going to do. So here are all of mine. I'm having my homeroom class use the homeroom teams, but I'm going to use this one just to show you. So when you're on the general, at the top it has posts, files, class notebook, and assignments. If you click on assignments, these will have the 3 that I've already done because I wanted to test it out. But if you're going to create it, click Create, an assignment. So the title, so if it's your ELA choice board, you would just put ELA, whatever it is that you wanted. The instructions, on mine I just put choose one activity per day, and then click Add Resources. So I would choose the ELA. It would upload, and then I would click Done. Right now, since we are not taking any grades, I left it at no points. If it's worth 100 points, I would do 100, whatever it may be. If you were doing a reader's response or a writing assignment, you could add a rubric. Up here, you can create one, or you can upload one that you already have. It's your choice. I don't have one yet. I am assigning it to all students. Because I'm in the social studies, that's what's highlighted. When I'm in homeroom, it'll say homeroom, whatever teams you're in. I'm doing all my students. My due date for this week would be the 27th at midnight. And then I would click Assign. Because I've already assigned it, I'm just going to discard this. So once it's here, it'll tell you I have 22 students in this class. 0 have turned them in. When I click on it to look, it will tell me specifically who has and who has not turned it in. And we can say, hypothetically, let's say that Landon, let's see, Landon turned it in. I would click on Landon's. And here it would show his work. If it was a picture, it would show a picture. If it was a file, I'm assuming I would click the file to look at it. Right here, I can give immediate feedback. I can talk to him and tell him what he did really well on, what he could work on, etc. And then down here where it says no points, I could add in his grade. Once I have looked at it, I've given him feedback, I would click Return. That way he now has availability to look at his work, look at his grade. He also can look at what I have said to him. And since our main focus these next 2 weeks is just giving feedback, it's a good option for him. And then I would close it. If I look over here at graded, I've already done Santiago as practice, but here it would show here. I could click on here to look at the feedback. I don't have anything right now, but I can look at what I've shown him. And then I'm looking at the student view. This is what they would see. Their grade, what it was, and any feedback that I have for him. What I also like is that if you look up here at grades, because I had 3 assignments, here they are. Santiago, again, he was my test kid. Landon, I just did his. When I click on it, or when he clicks on it, he'll be able to see his grade and what our feedback was. So when he can view it, it shows his work, my feedback, and his points. So that way, if we do get to a point where we have to take grades, it'll all be here, and the students have the ability to look at theirs. Just like Beth said, she has access to everybody's notebook, but we only have access to ours. The same thing is true for them. They can only see theirs, not everybody else's, but I have the ability to look and exactly see how many have turned it in. And that still says 0 because they haven't actually turned anything in yet, even though I've returned it to them. And so when I click it, who am I still missing? Right.